Hey there, welcome to our channel, and in today's video, let's talk about sales copywriting. Yes, I'm excited to share with you these clever hacks to boost your sales copywriting conversion rate. So let's start now. A sale letter is considered to produce a good decent conversion rate at 2 to 4%. You are doing better if your sales letter produce about 4%. Some marketer reportedly produce 6% and some as high as 20 to 30% to cold prospect. I have a sneaky suspicion that your sales letter are currently not producing the kind of conversion rates you want, or this could be your attempt at developing a lifelong asset in marketing. Either way, you're here to seek all ways possible to boost your sales copy without having to spend a fortune on expensive copywriters in the process. So here are the clever hacks you must apply to boost conversion for your sales copywriting. 1. Headline and subheadline. The first thing you need to remember is that your headline font must be larger than the standard font used for your sales letter. The purpose of your headline is to grab your prospect attention to read and qualify him or her. Thus, it's important for your headline to stand out from the rest of your standard font. Usually, the headline font is 1 or 2 times larger than your standard font. Next, you must imply a benefit or a summary of your offer in the headline, and the benefit should often refer to your prospect, not you or someone else. Even if you're using another character in the headline, make absolutely sure that it ultimately has to do with your prospect and why or how it could benefit him or her. Speaking of character, it's also a great way to introduce a character in your headline. It's make your self copy more interesting to read and in many cases relatable to your prospect. For example, this 12-year-old coder is said to earn over $400,000 after about 2 months selling NFTs. This 33-year-old investor became a Dogecoin millionaire this year. Here's why Cardano is the next crypto he plans to go all in on. By introducing a character, your sales copywriting will become more relatable and reliable. This allows you to hook your reader to read your sales letter and then hopefully purchase from you. It's time to talk about your subheadline. Your subheadlines serve as a hook to make your reader continue reading. The subheadline goes on to explore other benefits for your reader to continue reading, which are not shared in the headline. The subheadline is generally smaller than the headline in font size but must be equally easy to read. So you have successfully captured the reader attention with your headline. But why should they read and finish your sales letter? Your subheadline pulls the way. And lastly, a pretty obvious but often ignored rule is that don't use too many words in the headline. As a general rule of thumb, use between 20 to 25 words in your headline and 4 to 6 lines. Don't make your headline too long to read, otherwise your prospect would just get lazy immediately and leave your sales page without knowing the full benefits of your offer. And there you have it. Now you already have an effective and spot-on headline and subheadline. Another way to strengthen the headline and subheadline in your sales letter is to use tools that can help you to understand the advantage and disadvantage in your headline and subheadline. Check out our video right here where we introduce the tools and how to use it. Simply click on the video in the icon in your right corner or explore the description box below. Number 2, the opening of your sales copy. It's always good to start your copy with a story. Many average sales copies today are written in such a boring manners. You can immediately hook your prospect interest by relating a fable or preferably a true story on your account. Most importantly, the story must have to do with your offer later in the middle of your sales copy. Next, it's time to address an important or critical issue. If your product is closely related to a very important or critical reason issue faced by the majority of your prospect, there's no better case scenario than this, or niche marketing at its best, as I would like to call it. For instance, if most of your prospects are currently facing a problem with rewriting private label article and your product is an article rewriter software, then you can write your opening letter addressing the article rewriting problems. Next, remember that it's safe to make safe assumptions about your prospect. While some successful people adopt the don't make assumption attitude, the truth is that you can still make some safe assumption now and then. And people do make assumption now and then whether they know it or not. Here's another fact. People can be predictable. This is proven in an informal study. For example, I have a sneaky suspicion that you are on a tight budget and have less than a few hundred to spend on your marketing and advertising campaign. Or chances are that you have failed in your past relationship, or this is your first try at scoring a day with your dream girl. As you can see, these safe assumptions can help you to relate directly with your prospect if correct. If not, well, their damage should be entirely manageable as well. Number 3. The middle section of your sales copy. It's already the middle section, and it's now time for you to introduce your solution through your product or service. You may want to show your prospects some other alternative before moving in with your own, but show them to be somewhat less viable than yours. For instance, sure, you can attend a seminar, but unless you have the deep pockets, this option is well way out. And guess what? Forget it. You don't have the risk tolerance for more financial mistake and no more time to waste. So what's the best solution? Introducing your product here. Alright, so we just sweetly introduced your product. Now it's time to put all your benefits in bullet form. Yes, there's no neater way than to highlight all the benefits of your product or service out in bullet form. Fades out between. Like this. Important, don't confuse benefit with feature. Feature are what your product may appear and look like. Benefits are what the product can do for your prospect good. For example, feature, the product comes in PDF format. Benefit, you can download the product instantly and not have to wait for 6 weeks of delivery. Feature, the ebook is 40 pages long. Benefit, your manual doesn't carry fluff, hypes, and beat around the bush material. You get strictly all of what you need to know from my manual, and I promise you all your guesswork will be eliminated 40 pages later. Lastly, it's very important to remember to stress more on what's in it for your prospect and don't be too much of yourself. In other words, refrain from using too many I's and more of U's in your benefits. Generally, people don't like to deal with self-centered people, and that's a fact. Number 4, throwing in endorsement and testimonials. First, you have to collect those testimonies. Collecting writing testimonials, image, and the URLs of the testimonials, as well to display in your sales letter. Why URLs? Because not only does it make your testimonial more believable, since mere text and name can be easily faked by just anyone, the URLs make it possible for your prospect to possibly cross-check with them. Also, photo adds a hidden message whereby you took some effort to get these people to endorse you and your product and service. So make an effort to get not only the URLs, but also photos where possible. It's important to remember that if you have few testimonials, you need to save them for the below mid section. If you have too few testimonials to pepper them throughout your self-copy, you will do well to save all or most of the testimonial in the below midsection where you prove your credibility by letting others doing the talk for you. You may still want to save the best 1 or 2 testimonial and place them somewhere below the subheadline or encourage your prospect to read on. You may still want to save the best 1 or 2 testimonial and place them somewhere below the subheadline to encourage your prospect to read on. And number 3, make sure that your testimonial are result-oriented. In short, your testimonial shouldn't be about, wow, John, you're great, if your name is really John, of course. It should be about what your product or service can do to benefit your customer. 5. Call to action. Here comes the most effective hacks for your call to action. First, you can press your prospect to act on scarcity reason. You can say that you're limiting the number of copies of your product and keep your word on it, of course. And it has been proven that scarcity sells. People by natural like to have the privilege of owning, so this is one factor you can really bang on to increase your conversion rate and sales. For example, you can use time-based scarcity. Let's look at this offer. This is not an open-end offer. This sales run for only 7 days. After the 7th date is passed, this offer will expire and be removed forever. Or we also have quantity-based scarcity. Only 100 copies will be sold, no more than that. Once the 100th copies leave the shelves, this offer will not be made available again ever. But the most important here that I would like to stress out is to keeping your word on it. For example, if time-based, you said that your offer will end after 7 days and then you just don't want to end it because people have been buying a lot on this. This is not a good practice and they won't take your word on it the next time anymore. Next, it's always useful to use fast action bonuses. Nowadays, just offering bonuses just isn't enough incentive, especially if you're in a competitive niche. So you can add your edge by offering time-sensitive bonuses. Aside from your bonuses having to be perfect complementary products to your primary offer, the fact that they're scared encourage your prospect to act now and swamp the fast action bonus to get reward more value for the same money purchased. Next, you can look into tying the offer with a long-term guarantee. The longer your guarantee term, the better. Assure your prospect that you will be shouldering all the risk for him or her throughout the guarantee period. For example, I stake my reputation on my claim in as bold as they may be, but I seriously hate to see you pass such a great deal that I'm willing to shoulder all the risk for you so you can try it out worry-free. You may continue to go on and write, "You have my word that this is the big breakthrough you're looking for, and if it's not up to your satisfaction for any reason whatsoever, just drop me an email, delete the product off your hard drive, and I'll refund every cent of your purchase. No question asked. You have nothing to lose except a chance to try it out." And lastly, don't forget to tell your prospect that the price you're asking for is a bargain. You can do this by comparing to other possible higher cost solutions by your competition without naming names, or less effective alternative. For example, which one do you think is a smart thing to do? Invest $97 and find out all of what you need to know about making a killing in the stock market, or flushing thousands of dollars into shooting in the dark and get killed in the process. Or here's another great example. For the first time ever, you can tap into the secret of top marketer at the measly price of $47. Now, why would you even pay $2,000 to attend a seminar to learn the same secret I share with you in my audio course? And that's it. That's all the hack we have for you for now. Still confused or you want something stronger? Well, then I have just the perfect thing. Copywriting Mastery Write to Convert course. In this exciting course, we'll review how to write compelling text that sells, build a marketing argument and sales letter, and ultimately how to bundle this unique skills with image to create ads that will convert stranger into paying customer. This is what you need to have emails that convert, page, and ad that converts, and ultimately explode the sales of your business. And the best part, if you click on the links below, you'll receive 85% off for this course instantly. Offer is available for the first 20 people, so be sure to claim now. Don't tune out just yet. Check out the description because we have some amazing freebies and links just for you. And if you're up for more video from us, check out the 2 videos that is popping up on the screen right now. Until next time, I'm Alice from Stanford.